Hey y'all, Fat Man Outdoors. Out here on the front porch swing again this morning, and I wanted to introduce you guys to, how's that guy say it in the Scarface movies, say hello to my little friend. Well, this is my little friend. Y'all know what this is before I even open it up. This is a KelTec Sub 2000. It is the newer gen, and we'll go over real quickly some things that are different from the older ones that they put on the newer ones that I think improved this rifle by a lot. As y'all know, that's the trick of these Sub 2000s, is they fold up. They get down to about a 17-inch or so package. You can hide them away under the seat of your truck, briefcase, wherever you might need to put it, and it's storable easily on a four-wheeler, on side-by-side. It's a pistol caliber carbine. It is a 9x19 or 9mm Luger. It comes standard with a 17-round Glock mag, Glock 17 or Glock, I think 25, either one will fit it. But you can purchase up to 32-round mags that'll work in them as well. There's a few different people that are making them, a few different companies. This one is actually a mag pull. I have a few of these. They're steel lined and polymer on the outside. They don't fall out as well as I would like. You'll get one on occasion that will, but it won't fall out. You have to pull it out. So I'm going to eventually probably sit down with some sandpaper and try to dress the sides of this magazines down a little bit to where, because I'd like for them to fall out. The standard mag, they'll fall right out, but those larger mags, they just won't do it. So I'm going to have to address that, because I like the idea of when you push that mag release that the mag just falls out. Now, something I did cool with mine, if you can see right in there, you see the little emblem. That's M-LOK. Okay, well, that's one of the cool things that KelTec did to these newer gen rifles. So they've added a strip of M-LOK on both sides of the foregrip, and then you still have the pick rails on the top and on the bottom, of course. But what I did was I had a angle M-LOK pick rail that was made to put like a flashlight or a laser on an AR with. So instead of doing that, I just used put it into the M-LOK slot on the back of this rifle and added a red dot, so that I still have my regular iron sights that I can see through. But if I want to go to the red dot, I can cant the rifle at about, I don't know, 25 degrees, and I've got a perfect line of sight for my red dot, and I was able to get it on target with the rifle even at that turn, and it's very natural just to come to it, and it still allowed me to fold the rifle no problem, and it's out of the way, and I don't have to deal with they make a mount that folds over, so that whenever you're going to use the rifle and you open the rifle, then you have to fold the red dot up to put it in line with the rifle. That works fine. I had one on an older gen Sub 2000 that I had. I like this better because it's no muss, no fuss. That the moment this rifle comes open, it's ready. I don't have to fold up the mount. I don't have to do anything other than open the rifle, close the bolt, and she's ready to rock and roll. You know, I mean, if you've got in my opinion, if you've got a rifle or any kind of gun that's going to be your situation gun, that's going to be your crap hits the fan, you need to have as few things as possible to have to be dealt with before that rifle is ready to get engaged with whatever the issue is. We'll have cars going by them outside, but doing it this way is it was a really solid mount. It was easy to do, and like I say, I just happened to have that. I bought like a kit from Amazon. I ordered it that had several different pieces of M-LOK stuff in it, and because it had a a group of like covers that go over your pick rail that I put on my AR. They're kind of like tire tread, and they made the front a grip on the front of my AR just using the pick rails that was on the gun already. Made a really good front grip. I'll show that to you probably in the video. Next couple of videos I'll have my AR that I've been working on. But it was really, really neat. Now the one thing that I don't like about the Sub 2000 is the rear iron sights. They are polymer, by the way. They're not steel. So I've heard some people say they changed them up to steel. Well, this one isn't. Okay, and I just picked it up, so it's a newer gen, but it's not metal. Maybe metal inside and covered with polymer. I don't know. But it's only one single aperture. There's not. There is a bullseye aperture, but no combat aperture. No, there's no bigger, larger aperture. There's just one sight. So that I really don't like. But it's the rear sight is not adjustable. The front sight's adjustable for elevation and windage, but the rear sight is not adjustable. Now, another thing that they did add that I like a whole lot is they beefed up the stock. The stock on them was not very good. It was really, really flimsy. I actually know a buddy of mine who set his down, and I was there when it happened, set it down on a piece of concrete at a shooting range, and it broke, you know, on one of the older models. So that's something that they improved, and I'm glad they did. Now it does have that old slide bar safety, which I wish they would have put a thumb safety in it, but it is large, and it's right in a easily accessible place, so that you can turn it on, the safety off really quick. It is threaded 1/2 by 24, so if you want to put one of your favorite muzzle devices, whether it be a muzzle brake, a flash hider, I don't know, one of those things that the government don't want you to own, different things like that, you can do that. It does have QD sling holes already in it, so you can just pop in and lock it in. And it also has, if you're going to use a strap sling, it's got a cut there in the back to put a strap sling on. They've done a lot of pretty good things, I think, to improve the rifles. Now, of course, with these rifles, you do still have a big giant bolt. I mean, it's really it's got a heavy recoil spring and a big giant bolt, so you feel everything moving around. There's not really so much like a recoil, but you can just feel weight moving in the cycle of the rifle when you shoot it. You pull it to the rear and hold it and pull it the cocking lever up, and it'll lock it, and then you just push it down, and that lets it go closed. So they've changed the stippling a little bit on the grip. They made it feels much better than the old ones. The old ones were just kind of they didn't give you much grip at all, and the handle was just kind of a rectangle. You know, it didn't have much feel to it. It just felt weird in your hand. You know, that was, to me, was one of the bigger things that I thought that they needed to improve on, and they did. They really improved that. Now the little latch at the back that unlocks the rifle when it's folded, they improved that. They made it larger. The gun's not heavy, about 5 pounds without anything on it, 5.5 pounds. It really feels good in your hand when you hold it, and like I say, especially with this one where I've added that red dot to it, if you shoot it at that angle, it allows you to get your cheek weld way down farther, and it makes it a lot more comfortable to shoot. The old ones, I can remember when they first came out, especially if you suppressed them, they were gassy. I mean, they were very, very gassy. But now these aren't so bad. So they seem to shoot really well. They're fairly accurate. They're pretty doggone reliable. I've run a lot of rounds through them. This one I haven't got to take to the range yet. That's probably going to happen this week. But the other 3 or 4 of these that I've owned of the older gen, man, they just shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot. They shoot all day long. I really like that, because the thing about like I said, a gun that you're going to have for a bad situation, That's the number one thing is, if I pull the trigger, is it going to go boom? Because if it's not, then you're going to have a problem. And to me, the other two things is your ability to put sights on the target. And with that little M-lock piece and attaching that red dot to this rifle this way, it gives you two sets of sights, so you constantly have backup sights. So if something happens and the red dot battery goes dead, or you drop it and it doesn't work anymore, you've still got your front sights. The front sights do automatically pop up whenever you open the rifle. I don't know if you can see that, but they pop up when you open the rifle. I picked this particular rifle up at a gun shop here locally, and he said it was used. He purchased it off of someone who had bought it and never shot it. I guess maybe they bought it and decided they needed the money more than they did the rifle. So I ended up getting the rifle for $400, and it's never had a round put through it. And it came with the box, all the paperwork, came with the 17 round mag, everything that would have come with it. Like I said, it was brand new. It had never been fired, never had a round in it. So I got a pretty good deal on that. I saved about $100. Now the red dot that I have on this is just a little cheap Axion like they sell at Walmart. I think I give $40 for it. I had one just like this on a high point pistol caliber carbine, and it done well with 9mm because it's not very much recoil. You know, if it had been something that was you're going to use that had much more recoil than that, you probably need to step it up a bit. But this one does well. It's got 3 different colored radicals. It's got red, green, and blue. And in all 3 radical colors, it does have 3 different powers, 1, 2, and 3. That's it right there, a picture of it. I don't have an issue with it. It comes with a rubber cover to go over the lenses on the front and back. I think it works just fine. You know, I've got much more expensive dot optics in there in my gun vault. The one that I actually just put on the AR that I'm building is a Crimson Trace. I like it's like a hollow sight, but it was pretty expensive, about $280. But you know, which one's better? I don't know. If I was trying to do a lot of pinpoint work, and I knew that I was going to have to make a lot of shots, and they were going to need to be in there every time, I'd probably go for that Crimson Trace. But you know, if it's something I'm going to be plinking with, or it's going to be stuck under a truck seat, and I just need to have that red dot if it's available, and I've got backup sights if it doesn't work, I'm going to stick with this because I'm going to save money and on building something that's going to be a gun that's probably going to get abused a lot. It's going to be thrown on a tractor, thrown on the back of old Greenie. It's going to be shoved up under the seat of the truck. You know, just a lot of different things are going to happen to it that might not necessarily want to put $300 little bitty thin optic on there and end up destroying it because of foolishness, because I do a lot of foolishness. But guys, I appreciate y'all watching this video. I hope you got something out of this. Now, real quick, I wanted to say how you can tell if you have an older gen or a newer gen Sub 2000. Okay, the older gen has the serial number on the forearm. I believe it's on the forearm or on the receiver, one of the two. I can't remember. But the newer gen has the serial number is on the buffer tube. So that's how you'll know the difference. You know, it'll be, the newer gen ones will be right there. For the money, they're not a bad little gun, guys. And for what they're meant for, you know, up to 50, 75 yards, you're not going to complain about their accuracy at all. You got very little recoil. You could subsonic ammo and put a suppressor on them and shoot them without earplugs all day long. They'll do what they're meant to do and do it reliably. And for a pistol caliber carbine, I mean, you ain't going to beat it. You basically have a stand, you know, is really what the whole system is. It's a very very simple made. Not a lot of moving parts. The bolt and the spring is really the only thing you got that's really, you know, it's something that's going to be possible to fail, but I don't really know how it could. But like I said, there's not going to be a lot of abuse on it with that 9mm. But guys, I appreciate y'all watching this video. We'll try to get this baby out to the range in the next few days and let you see it do some shooting, because I got a bunch of shooting I need to get done, some guns that I've got to get ammo shot that I've got loaded for, to see which is going to be the best rounds and different stuff. But I appreciate y'all watching. See you in the next video. Be safe, shoot straight. Hey y'all, if you don't mind, click subscribe, and if you like the video, and click the like button, and we appreciate every one of y'all, and hope to see you in the next video. It's the Fat Man. I'm gone.